Hey Charles, you know tonight it's the first time since 2011 that I would have raced in my old club colours.
Good morning world, welcome back to another video. How are you doing today? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Yesterday, Tuesday, we had a hard day really. I did a 2-hour ride in the morning, an extended warm-up before my Zwift race in the evening, which is also an hour. And the warm-up was 30 minutes of sweet spot floats. Just kind of, yeah, doing that between like threshold and sweet spot. So mud guards on today. It's one of those days. It's not as abysmal today as it was in the Giro yesterday. Did you see that? I really like the Giro d'Italia. It's probably my most favourite Grand Tour. So it's going to be quite interesting at tonight's crit races. Got 2 of them back to back. They're local, so you know, you got to support local races, you know what I mean? I think you all know that obviously like every training session has a purpose, you know, every training session has a reason for it to exist. The reason why I do these rides in the morning, like these 2-hour rides in the morning of like hard races in the evening, or you know, a time trial, or you know, Zwift race, whatever it might be. Oh, as the trolley. 2 things really. One, it actually wakes me up, so it gets my body moving. It's like a very long extended warm-up, and then for those of you that ask like what my warm-up is in the evening, tonight for example I'm going to ride the crit, which will be an hour, and a lot of you know that it takes me a while to warm up, but also like for someone like myself, you know, that saying that the longer the race, the shorter the warm-up, the shorter the race, the longer the warm-up. You know, this is really for me ideal. Always done it like yourselves, who maybe, you know, just do a short amount of hours every week. You just might need like a half-an-hour ride the day before, or half-an-hour ride on the morning of, and that's just your opener, and that's, you know, that could be good enough. Woo! So this really is race week, guys. Like tonight I've got crit races, and Saturday I've got a 50-mile time trial. Woohoo! Remember to tuck your head under there. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to do my best to show you some of the race, because obviously I can't show it to you under British cycling rules and regulations. So I'll see if I can find a human tripod and give them my camera to record from the sidelines. But also, before the weekend, I'm also going to show you how I prepare while sat at a computer for a time trial race, whatever it may be. How I like look at the course, the weather, how I make notes about it, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that'll be of interest to you as well. Tell me that this is not like the best. I've literally ridden, I've been spending this whole ride 2 hours on a cycle path all the way down to Mumbles. I turn around, I come back, early morning, no traffic, just people out there swimming. Right, on the way to the criterium, there's two. I'm wearing black socks. Don't hate on me, David Rainham. I'm wearing black socks because it might rain, okay? That is the only exception for black socks. This is the end of a 3-day block, and at the end, when I finish riding tonight, when I go back to the flat, it'll be a 5-hour day today. So I'm pretty stoked. Tonight's races are two 30-minute races on a 1.7 kilometer circuit, purpose built just for bike racing. So I have got some tactics for this, believe it or not. Being that I'm riding for my club, like I said at the very start of the video, there's a couple of private members racing. In other words, they don't have a team. So I might be able to like rub up against them and see if they want to like team up. Because there's only me and Harry who are Bynea riders at this race. Feels so surreal saying that I'm racing for Bynea, like my old club that I haven't raced for basically since I was a junior. Like I was riding for a bike shop when I was a junior, but prior to that, it's the club where it all started. So it feels surreal pulling on that jersey and racing in it. We'll see if I'm still a mark man wearing a non-sponsored jersey. But yeah, tactics, this is what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking first race, everyone's going to be really edgy, everyone's going to be maybe wanting to attack. It's like the first race for a lot of people, myself included. So I'm thinking of sitting in and following and just going for the sprint to the end. And then we've got about 45 minutes until our second race, so I'm going to go for a little spin. And then what I'm going to do then, in the second race, I'm going to make it really hard. Or I'm going to be very active at least. So the theory is people will be a little bit more tired from the first race, and I'll be a little bit more clinical in the second race. You know, you all know that I'm definitely better after a couple of hours. It's just a shame that this is only an hour in total. Contrary to popular belief that there's like hardly any good bike riders down this far end of Wales, that's completely wrong. Like there's a bunch of hitters at this race. There's only like 25 or 30 riders, but there's some young up and coming talent who have entered because the juniors are mixed in with us. Look at this, people riding bicycles, racing bicycles rather. I don't know if you can see from here, I've just parked myself at a little bench to put my numbers on. Number 38, some nice gold pins. So many people with bikes. Now the trick to pin your numbers on when you're on your own, you don't have anybody do it, is to do your jersey up slightly and then step inside from the bottom. Be careful not to fall over. So basically you look like this. Jersey's upside down, pockets are there, and you just pin the numbers on. Easy peasy. Right, I'm gonna try and find somebody who I can give my GoPro to. If I can't, I'm sorry guys, there's gonna be no footage. Yeah, don't know what to say really, it is what it is. But you know, I'll try and give you the best race debrief as I can. Won't be as good as Mark Cavendish, but it'll be pretty close.
Everyone got grey eyes.
That was amazing. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am seriously adrenaline fueled after that. It's so good to be back bike racing, properly bike racing. And the number of people have said to me, hey, it's not Zwift race, you know. I'm like, do you remember what I did before lockdown? That thing I did? Like, I raced, yeah, before. I know what you're saying though, I know what you're saying. But I was so excited. It was great to race. Do you know, nothing played out the way I thought it would. Like, I was basically like making up the numbers. I had a couple of good goes, but really it was such a fast race like 45 kilometers an hour non-stop. It was a bit of wind as well, but do you know what? I came away with a max power of 982 watts in the first race. Second race I backed that up with another high 900, and it's like the difference that racing makes. Like when you race your bike, you like go on to another level. You can never get enough of racing your bike. Like, doesn't matter if it's Zwift racing, outdoor racing, I don't care. You're getting the effort in, you're getting your butt handed to you. You're pushing yourself, you're squeezing on the power. And that gives you an edge. Mentally and physically, you're just so pumped after it, like. And I'm sure a lot of the other guys who are racing there tonight, they feel the same way as I do right now. It feels so good. It feels so good. Listen up, if you've stuck around to this part of the video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus content to this video. A bit of a look inside my mindset for something like this, because obviously a crit is not my forte. I get it, you don't have to tell me, I've been doing it for too long. But it's incredibly rewarding for someone like myself who's not very good at it to get stuck in. But I have to be in the mindset to take it on the chin, and to know that there's young whippersnappers there, there's strong, powerful, punchy riders, sprinters, you know, all of the above, who are gonna, you know, put me in my place. Don't get me wrong, there's people there who, you know, they come up to me and they say, oh, I said Laverack, or oh, it's great to see you, yeah, wow. Like, it's brilliant to like be a part of a community. It's brilliant to be a part of something, and it's also, people don't let me forget, you know, what I've done and what I've achieved. That's the fact. But I don't sit on that. You know, that doesn't mean I turn up to these races and I'm the one to watch. And don't get me wrong, like, I definitely felt like they weren't giving me an inch tonight, which is a great thing. Love it. I wasn't getting an inch from anybody. But not that I didn't have the punch anyway to get away from people or to do any damage. I did get away on one occasion with another rider, but it didn't work. But I know what I'm good at, and they're good at what they're good at. And you know, you're only good at what you're good at, in a way. So, you know, take it for what it is. If you're a climber, you love climbing, you go well on the climbs or in long road races or whatever, you take that, you run with it, you do your thing, buddy. You do your thing, you know? So that's what my mindset is like for these type of things. So I hope that provides a little insight for you. Right, now I'm ending the video.